Hey y'all, it's your girl Missniecytv, and I'm here to do a review for Zatima Season 2, Episode 17. The episode starts off with Zatima calling Paul because she can't sleep because she's thinking about Zach. She calls Paul to ask him if he wants to go on a run with her. Paul agrees to go on the run, but he's like, something has to be wrong for you to be calling me this late. Are you still thinking about him? Zatima says, yeah. Zatima says, I didn't want to call you because I didn't want you to think that I'm using you. Paul says, it's okay if you use me. I'm like, Paul, are you really that desperate for her? Angela comes in the room after Zatima gets off the phone with Paul, and she's like, so who was that? Fatima's like, it's Paul. Angela says, so what y'all doing? Zatima says, we're going on a run. Angela says, why didn't you ask me to go on a run? Fatima's like, Angela, the last time I asked you, we ended up at a bar. Angela's like, well, slow walks are therapeutic. Zatima says, so what you doing? You look nice. Angela says, I don't look desperate, do I? Zatima says, no, you actually look really nice. Angela says, well, I don't want to look nice. I want to look irresistible because I'm trying to get my backbone in. And Zatima laughs. She's like, I can't with you. Then we see Angela coming down the stairs talking to Zatima. She's like, does this outfit say I want to get my backbone out? Fatima's like, it says a lot. Angela said, thanks, girl. You're not going on this run because I'm having company, are you? She's like, no. But she's like, Zach got you feeling like you need to go for a run? Fatima's like, yeah, it's a lot. Angela's like, well, I'm sorry. Then the doorbell rings and she's like, I'm sorry that my penis here. I'm like, Angela, for real? Sam walks in, he greets Zatima. Then he asks Angela, does she have something to drink? She says, yeah, and I have something to smoke too, but it's upstairs. Sam's like, I like that. Angela's like, I thought she would. Sam is like, well, straight to it then, huh? Then they go upstairs. Then over at the hospital, we see Zach talking to the doctor. And Connie's there, and the doctor walks up to him like, Mr. Taylor, about your mother. Zach is like, so what happened? The doctor says she overdosed on fentanyl, and if your brother didn't get here as fast as he could, she could have passed away. Zach starts to break down. Connie consoles him, and Zach says, can I see her? The doctor says, well, you might not want to see her right now, because she's in a bad state, but I'll let you know when you can. Then Jeremiah comes in, like, what are you looking at? Zach is like, what did you do? Jeremiah's like, I didn't do nothing. You don't want to get rid of $500. You know you're not supposed to give mama no money. Zach is like, I know you're not blaming this on me. You're the one that's supposed to be watching her. And how am I supposed to know that you're going to smoke with her? I'm not supposed to be watching her. You're the one that lives with her. Jeremiah then goes on to say, if you wasn't so focused on that little bee that you be with, your mama wouldn't be in the hospital right now. Zach is like, I know you're not blaming this on me. And what did you say? One thing you don't do is call Zatima out her name in Zach's presence. And he's already upset that you're blaming this on him. So he rushes over to Jeremiah and proceeds to beat the crap out of him. And I'm like, go Zach, because Jeremiah definitely did need his behind whipped. Connie breaks up the fight, but as she's breaking up the fight, Zach is yelling and screaming, I hate you. Connie also breaks up the fight because a nurse walks out like, what is going on? Connie breaks up the fight and she's like, y'all brothers and y'all in here fighting like niggas and you got white people looking at us like we crazy. Jeremiah says, if you wasn't my brother, I'd kill you. Connie said, no you wouldn't, Jeremiah. Then we see Zatima and Paul finish their run and they're on the swing set talking. And Zatima's like, that's a nice run and I'm glad I got to clear my mind. Paul's like, did you clear it all the way? Zatima's like, partly. Paul starts talking about, I'm glad you called me because I've been thinking about you and I can't stop thinking about you, and every time I see you I want to have sex with you but I can't, and in my mind I had sex with you 12 times. Paul's like, if Zach did show you his heart and show you his raw emotions, would you forgive him? Zatima's like, he has once or twice. Paul's like, when you're not doing anything. And I'm like, Fatima, I know that's right. You better stick up for your man, even when he's not in your presence. But Paul, this is not a way to go for a woman that you want to build with. And why would you want to start off by saying you want to have sex with her? She's not going to have sex with you. You already seen that, and it's been proven to you many times. So I wish you would stop saying it. Then Paul gets so desperate. He's like, I'm not deleting your number just in case you call me one time. And it's like, I'm ready now. Fatima's like, in her mind, she's like, I'm never ready. I want to be over at Belinda's house. Nathan is over there. And Belinda walks in. Belinda's like, I thought I told you to be here 3 hours ago. Nathan's like, my car broke down. And I wasn't able to make it, but I'm here now. Belinda's like, you better not be with no B. I'm like, me and Nathan are thinking the same thing. We're not together, so why you tripping? Belinda's like, you're right, we're not together. But I don't appreciate how you told them that I'm the one that made the profile. Nathan's like, well, you did make the profile. Belinda's like, so you do want to see them together. Nathan's like, I just want to see my man happy. You're going to be with Zatima, because I've even tried to hook him up with Connie. He's not going for it. And he and Connie used to blow each other's backs out all the time back in the day. He's not going for it. He only wants to be with Fatima. Belinda's like, so all that stuff that happened between you and Lori, that's Zach and Fatima's fault, but you want to see them together? Nathan's like, what is your obsession with them? Why don't you want to see them happy? Nathan's like, you like Zach, and it's because y'all had the one night stand back in the day. Belinda gets mad and she tells Nathan to go. Nathan's like, you know you don't want me to go. Belinda's like, you right. You can blow my back out and then you go. Nathan's like, okay. Back at Angela's house, we see Fatima in the bed and she has her headphones on. And all you can hear is Angela making giddy up noises and horse noises like she's riding a horse. Fatima had me hollering when she said, is Angela up there sleeping with a horse? Fatima said, she's sleeping with horses, but she can't sleep with Bryce. She on some weird stuff too. I hollered, laughing. Back at the hospital, we see Connie, Jeremiah, and Zach there. And Jeremiah says, well, if you were to check on Mama more instead of just pulling up in your nice car and flaunting what you got, then we wouldn't be in this predicament. Zach says, I had a hard life. I don't know what you're talking about. Jeremiah's like, not as hard as mine. Well, Zach says, welcome and thank you. You have the Worst Life Award. But during the process, Jeremiah keeps looking for the bathroom, and we all know what he's looking for the bathroom for. Zach is like, why don't you just own the fact that you want to get high? Jeremiah said, that's my business. Zach is like, you would rather get high on the same thing that your mom is in the hospital fighting her life for than sitting here checking on your mom. You're pathetic. Back at Angela's, we see Fatima coming down the stairs and she bumps into Sam, and Sam has no clothes on. She's like, get it together, dude. Sam runs up the stairs. He's like, I'm sorry. But we see Fatima tell Angela that, dang, slow down, girl. Angela's like, well, he needed a water break. Angela's like, where you going? Fatima said, I'm going for a drive over to Zach. Angela's like, I'm glad you're going, but are you sure you want to go? Fatima's like, I'm not sure about anything right now, but you go enjoy what you was doing. Angela's like, I already have. Fatima's like, go enjoy it some more. Then we see Tony sitting at home and he receives a call from Connie telling him to come up to the hospital because Miss Gladys overdosed. He's like, really? And Connie's like, I need you to come up here to keep Zach calm because him and Jeremiah keep fighting. And I need you to call Nathan too. Tony's like, I don't think it'd be best to call Nathan right now. He doesn't want to see him. Connie's like, I'm not taking no for an answer. Call Nathan. Tony calls Nathan, and Nathan's in the middle of doing Belinda, and Belinda's like, it better not be no B. Nathan answers the phone. He's like, what? Tony's like, what you doing? Nathan's like, don't worry about that. He's like, Miss Gladys overdosed. Nathan's like, I'm coming right now, I'm on my way. Belinda's like, what you stop for? Nathan's like, Zach's mom overdosed, and I need to get to the hospital right now. Belinda's like, wait, what? I'm coming with you. Nathan's like, what are you coming with me for? Belinda's like, so I could check on Zach. Nathan's like, it's not a good idea for you to come, and why are you coming? Belinda's like, I'm going to check on Zach. Nathan's like, no, you're not. You're just there for your own selfish reasons, and you don't need to come. Belinda's like, I care about. Back at the hospital, we see Connie talking to Zach, and she tells Zach, I'm glad I could be here for you, because we're like family, but I have to go because I have to take my 3 kids to school. Zach is like, take my car. And while you're at it, can you go to my house and turn my alarm on, because I left my door wide open because I was in a rush. Connie's like, sure. Then we see Fatima outside of Zach's house, and she's like, Fatima, what are you doing? He's not going to listen. You might as well go back home. She's psyching herself out to go talk to Zach, but while she's doing that, she sees Deja pull up, and she's like, huh? But she sees Deja walking, so she gets out the car and starts recording. She's like, yeah, I got you now. Fatima walks up to her, and Deja's like, oh, my neck, call the ambulance. Fatima's like, girl, I know you're not hurt. I seen you already. Fatima's like, forget the lawsuit. Deja's like, I'm not forgetting nothing. Fatima's like, well, I might as well call my cousin so she could pay you a visit. Deja's like, you ain't gotta call madam. But what you should be doing instead of checking me, you should be checking your man. Fatima's like, what you mean? Deja's like, well, I seen some girl coming out of his house and they was all lovey-dovey. She had a green blouse and some braids. And I think her name was Connie. Does that ring a bell to you? Fatima's like, Deja, you better go on now. Deja's like, well, I got pictures to prove it to you. Fatima's like, oh, really? Deja's like, yeah, you want to see him? Deja shows Fatima her phone, and while she's doing that, Connie walks out Zach's house, and she's like, what the heck? Let me know what you guys think about the episode. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your bell notifications. Bye.